Hello folks, how you doing? The word is Curt. It's an adjective. Its definition is as follows. Rudely brief. The definition itself is very curt, right? Very short and brief. Let me go back to the sample sentence. He says, his reply was curt. It's brief and short, right? That's what it means. Similar words. Terse. Terse is brief. And you have brusque. Brusque, you will see this on your SAT, folks. Another SAT word, brusque. This means like a blunt, and you have abrupt, your third synonym. And you have clipped, like cutting it short. And you have blunt, as we mentioned earlier, short. So terse, brusque, abrupt, clipped, blunt, short. Then you have monosyllabic. So what is monosyllabic? Even if you've never seen this word before, I'm pretty sure that you recognize this instantly. Because the mono, as you know, is a Greek prefix meaning one. And syllabic is syllable. And what is a syllable? It's within your word, right? It has one vowel and it has a surrounding consonant. So, for example, Curt, it's a one syllable word. So that's monosyllabic. So, how you use this word monosyllabic means you speak very briefly, right? You don't talk much. Monosyllabic, that's how you say it, monosyllabic. But basically what it means is one syllable. Then you have a summary. Summary is, let's say you have a text, you have a novel, right? And then if you have to give a summary or you have to read a summary, it's not the whole thing. It's whatever they put in there, what they think is important. It's an outline, if you will, right? So summary is outline or condensed form of something that's bigger, and that's your summary. So you're making something that's long and expensive into something that's short and brief. So summary is your synonym here. Then you have snappy. It's I would say it's colloquial, meaning that it's informal, right? Snappy means, well, like you snap it, right? Snappy. So it's not extended. Then you have snappish. Snappish, just different form of an adjective with a Y at the end, with a ish at the end. You have a sharp. Well, when you brief, you can be sharp because you know what's important. That's an ability. If you can give a good summary, it's like give good presentation of your account of something. And that makes you a sharp person and you have a sharp mind because you're able to see what's important, what's essential. So sharp. Then you have a tart. Tart is a pastry. We know this as a pastry, but also it's a synonym for Curt. It has a different meaning. That's like Curt. Gruff. Let's say you're talking about voice, it's low, and it's harsh. That's gruff. And in manners, it's also harsh. So when you want to say in positive way, I guess you can say sharp. This person is sharp in a sense that he speaks briefly, right? He doesn't drag things out. But then again, it could come across as someone rude. Then you have unceremonious, because this person doesn't like to make it look all nice and pretty. Ungracious. Maybe perhaps this person does not appreciate, because gracious means what? Thankful, grateful. And you're ungracious because you don't appreciate it. So you just say it, just make it short and just move on. Rude. So like gruff. You can be rude because let's say you don't have a conversation, you talk to this person just give you an answer, yes or no. He doesn't really want to get into conversation. That makes that person rude in some sense, right? Of course. Impolite. Same thing as rude, impolite. Discourteous. So I'm gonna put this up here. Rude is Curt, right? Then you have impolite. This I am is a prefix mean on or non. Because it's P instead of IN, you have I am because the word starts with P, right? I'm not gonna get into this right now, but it's the same thing, okay? Then you have discourteous. Now, discourteous is now just courtesy. You call someone, let's say you bought something, and then they call you to see how much you like it. Is everything okay? It's called courtesy call, right? So courteous is what? Showing good manners, right? They take care of you, and it's a professionalism even. So courteous means being nice. Discourteous is the opposite. So here, this prefix, this works like I am, or in, right? On or non. And you have uncivil. Uncivil. So we have all these three prefixes, right? Am, this, on, and then we have our word, civil. Civil means what? That means you're civilized. That means you're cultured. That means you're refined. In this case, you're uncivil because you're not refined, you're not cultured, you're not civilized. Laconic. I like this word personally because I remember this, studying this word myself many, many years ago. This is what? Brief. And brief is what? That's curt. And curt is what? Terse. Right? You might want to remember these words in group like this. So laconic means brief. Curt, terse. Or then we have a brief. Another synonym. Succinct. This is another SAT word. You would say something like a brief statement. You say succinct statement. Succinct. SAT. Compact. Well, we have like a compact vehicle, right? Like small vehicles, even like a small size vehicle, compact because it's condensed, compact. Pithy. I think you have this on your SAT too, right? This is brief, succinct, so on and so forth. To the point is self-explanatory. To the point. Economical. You don't waste anything. Economical. Even your words. You're brief, you're succinct, you're compact, you're pithy. Why? Because you don't like to waste things. You don't want to waste your breath. So it's economical. And we have a dusty. Dusty is someone who's uninteresting, right? It's like dry. Because when you talk this way, of course, you're not an interesting person. You don't know anything about this person because he's so just brief. Opposite, two words. Polite, because we're impolite, right? And then another one is expensive. Folks, we have something that's cheap. We have something that's costly, expensive, right? Expensive. Now, this is E, this is A. So this is expensive, right? You have to put stress here, right? Expensive. This means what? Verb is this, expand. You include more, right? To expand, you go bigger. Adjective, expensive. So you talk more, use more words, that's expensive. Thank you and good night.